Hi folks, I'm Ryan Boucher. I am the track head for the gaming track at LTUE this year, and I'm here to tell you about a special gaming night that we're having on Thursday night at 6 o'clock in the game room where we'll be hosting a Star Realms tournament. What's so great about that is if you already own a copy of this game, it just comes in a little box, bring it with you and you can play for free. If you don't, then this game's only $15. You can buy it at the door, and it's a two-player game. You'll have it to play with your friends forever and ever, and it's all complete in that one set, which is so great. I wanted to take a moment to tell you how to play the game so that when you come, you can enjoy it, have a lot of fun, and get a chance at some of the good prizes that we're going to have as well. Inside the box, you have everything you need to play for two players, like I said before. It has 2 starting hands, it has 10 explorer cards, and then a deck of 80 cards that you'll use to play throughout the game. This game is a lot like Legendary or Dominion, where you're going to be collecting cards, trying to build a better deck in your hand, and then playing those cards to try and destroy your opponent. Each opponent starts with 50 life. They've included these little cards to help you count those. You play it like this, and on the back there's a 50, and then it has a single number counter over here. So as you go along and you lose life, you would turn it to the side that says 40. And if you have 46 life, just line it up like that. That shows 46. You can flip it over to 30 life, 20 life, 10 life, and things are getting scary, down to 0. That's how you lose the game, is going to 0 life. And of course, how you win the game is getting your opponent to go to 0 life. Each player starts with the same 10 cards. You have 8 scout cards, and they have 1 trade value. And you have 2 viper cards. They each have 1 attack value. To start the game, each player is going to shuffle up their starting decks and then draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you're going to lay out 5 cards on the trade row from the trade deck here. Perfect. I'll take the 5 cards that I just drew. It looks like I have 4 trade and 1 attack. See those there? I can play those in any order. I play the cost of trade to equal the number that I want to purchase from the trade row. This one's worth 3. So I'll play 3 trade, and I'll take this card and put it in my discard. Immediately, I'll put another card out, and if I can still afford it, which I have 1, and that luckily is a 1, I can buy another card. There's no limit to how many you can buy in a round. Just the limit is only how many trade coins you have. I'll put 1 more card out immediately after playing that. Then if I want to attack, I would play this card, and I would do 1 damage to my opponent's authority, which is your hit points or your life or your victory points, whatever you want to call it. In this game, it's called authority. So they would go down from 50 to 49. At the end of my turn, all of these cards, plus the cards I just bought, go in my discard. I draw 5 new cards, and I get ready for my next turn. My opponent takes a turn, and then it's my turn again, and I would go. Once I'm out of cards, I take my discard pile, shuffle it all up, draw 5 new cards, and hopefully I get some of the good cards that I just purchased from the trade row, and I can use them now going forward. So far, so good? All right, like I said, a lot like Dominion, a lot like Legendary so far. Let's take a look at the different types of cards and what they can do. We've already mentioned that there are cards that have a trade value and an attack value. There's another symbol on this card. This is the Explorer card. They're always available, so if you have 2 trade coins, you can purchase 1, and there are 10 of them. Once you run out, they're gone. You can't purchase them anymore. This one also has a scrap icon. This looks like a little trash can. If I scrap this card, meaning if I get rid of it from my hand and put it in the discard, I can use its scrap ability, which is 2 combat, 2 attack. and that would go in there. It would go out of my hand, and I would lose it from then on, but I would get that value for that one turn. There are 4 different factions: green, yellow, or a yellow one. I just had one. There we go. Yellow, purple, and red. They all have different names. The blob faction is the green ones. The red ones are the machine cult faction. The yellow are the Star Empire faction. And the purple are the Trade Federation faction. Collecting the same card of collecting cards of the same faction helps to give you bonuses as you play them. If I have, let's see, last time I collected 2 Trade Federation cards. Let's see where the other one went. I'm pretty sure I did anyway. Oh, maybe not. Let's just illustrate it with these 2 cards, though. All right, we have 2 Trade Federation cards. They have a symbol down here that lets me use them as a bonus when I have an ally out already. That means if I've already played one. So if I play this card first, I won't get the bonus for that card. We'll clear these out so you can see better. I would play this card, and I would get the 2 trade value there. Then I play this card after it, and now that I have an ally out, I get the ally bonus, which is 4 attack. So this card is worth 4 authority points. That would increase my score, 2 trade, and since I've played an ally, it's worth 4 attack as well. You want to stack up as many allies as you can, but you also want to try and collect cards to keep your opponent from getting too big of an ally team in their deck as well, because these get really big really fast and help you to finally do that big damage that's going to finally win you the game. So that's kind of the strategy to it. The last thing you need to know about are 2 special cards. Let's see if I have 2 of them. There we go. A base and an outpost. They're really similar. There's only one difference to them. These cards, instead of going into your hand, get played in front of you. And they're always available. This first one says that whenever you play a ship, I gain 1 attack value. So that's going to add into my attacks when I make them. And it has 8 hit points, or 8 authority, or 8 life. In order to get rid of this card, my opponent's going to have to attack it with at least 8 damage. Ooh, can you see it there? There we go. It's not reflecting now. With at least 8 damage in order to get rid of it and get it off the board, if they want to attack it and stop me from having this bonus every time. They have to do it all in one turn. It doesn't roll over. If they only do 6, then it doesn't go down to 2 life. It's always got 8 every turn they want to try and attack it. The second card is similar. It also does something every turn. This one would either let me gain 1 authority, or I could gain 1 trade, or I could also scrap it and get 3 attack or 3 combat with it. But the shield on this one, instead of having a white shield or a silver shield, it has a black one, and it says it's an outpost. Outposts are there to protect your home base. And that means that in order to attack me directly, before they can do that, they have to do 4 damage to this base first. So if they can only play 3 damage, they can't send that to me directly. It's going to get blocked completely. They have to destroy this base first, this outpost first. And once they've done that, and that gets scrapped, then they can attack me directly with whatever extra combat damage that they have. So that's it. You play cards every time. You draw 5, play 5 cards, and try and get your opponent down from 50 authority to 0. The best way to do that is to try and collect factions that are similar and build the best and biggest army you can get. Start off with the trade points first so that you can keep buying the better cards. But don't forget that if you keep doing that and not buying any combat, then in the end, you really can't win. So that's it. Like I said, it's super fun. There are expansions for it if you're interested in expanding it to 4 players or 6 players, or even just a 1-player solo campaign. They have different options for that as well, where you play against a boss card and try and defeat it. This was developed by a couple of developers who used to make cards for Magic the Gathering, and it's super fun. It's been around since 2013 and won plenty of awards. We're excited to play it. We hope that you come by and play with us. You can sign up on the website at LTUE.net and go to the registration page and sign up for free there and just indicate whether or not you intend to buy a box or bring your own. or you can sign up that day, come by the game room and see us and sign up on the sign-up sheet there too. So we know who's coming, and we'll make sure that we have enough boxes to cover everybody. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and we hope that you enjoy it. Just come and play together and get to know the other members of the conference and just have a lot of fun. Thanks again, and we will see you in, just a few weeks. We'll see you in February. Bye.